This is your mom's favorite show, Beer and Chill podcast. My name is Jan.
And I'm Craig.
And we would really appreciate if you would stop by and listen to our show. We are talking about interesting facts about your favorite movies, games, and TV shows.
For example, did you know that Christopher Lee and Ian McKellen had a real-life beef because Christopher Lee wanted to play Gandalf in Lord of the Rings?
And many other great facts.
We hope you check us out and enjoy the rest of your show. Bye-bye.
What's your favorite scary movie?
They mostly come at night. Mostly.
We were attacked by a lycanthrope, a werewolf.
Your suffering will be legendary even in hell.
They're here.
Welcome, victims, to the Horr-Gasm podcast. Kill the lights, lock the doors, get comfy, and prepare for the sexiest and scariest podcast around. I'm Nick, and with me is my co-host, Ali.
Hiya! Hiya! Hi, hi, hi.
Jeez.
Hi-yo.
All right.
Hi, hi. I don't know. Listen. It's our last werewolf movie.
Yes, I think you're a little howled out there.
Yes, I'm a little howled out. I was going to howl again. I'm like, have I beat a dead horse with this already? So I'm thinking probably.
Beat or eat.
I mean,
Hence the
isn't
werewolf.
it called beat a dead horse?
It is totally beat a dead horse.
Oh, that's what I thought. Didn't I say that?
Yes, but I turned it to eat because of the werewolf theme. Because if we were werewolves, I'm like, it's like eating a dead horse.
Listen, we were just having this talk, like just how I'm a blonde. Like just. That kind of shit goes right over my head.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, did I pronounce it wrong?
Jeez.
Oh, no. I do that every day, though.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. And then I get to come on here and talk about how silly I am.
Oh, that's the best part.
Right? Let's share that silliness with the world, I guess.
Yeah, someone's got to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody has to hear this angelic voice. Like, come on.
So I forgot to mention last episode for Talking Chop.
An hour ago, yeah.
I forgot that I was going to talk about the new Mortal Kombat trailer.
I'm so excited.
For the movie, yeah.
I haven't been this excited for a movie in like a long time.
And I watched the trailer.
Yes.
I think after watching it, you texted me. I'm like, I know, isn't it great? I watched some reactions to the trailer because I want to get some other people's opinion.
Yes,
as you
do.
One thing I have to agree though with is they need to change the guy who yelled, the classic line, "Get over here."
Yes.
You got to have Ed Boon.
Yes.
In every Mortal Kombat game, he has given that phrase. He's said it.
We say that all the time.
Yeah.
It's our favorite. You and I say it all the time to you. I say it all the time to my dad. Always. It's just, and it's the raspiness, like the, go over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just it's like a harmony almost. It's so good. It's the best part. That's why I use that move all the time with the chain.
The thing is, it's also one of the most iconic parts of the movie.
Yes.
Of the game, even.
Yes.
The game. It really is.
Oh, it's so good.
That being said, they're doing so many things right.
Yes.
And I'm not saying anything when the first movie was bad, because that was a great movie when it came out.
Okay, really are we talking about the one with Johnny Cage? Wasn't he in that one?
Yes.
Yes. I didn't think it was that good. Are we thinking of the same? We have to be thinking of the same movie. There's no way there's more than one.
There's three.
Okay.
Kind of four. So you got the original 1995 Mortal Kombat with Robin Shou as Liu Kang.
Yes. Yes, we're thinking of the same movie.
The guy played Shang Tsung. Fantastic actor.
I thought it was so, doofy.
Yeah, it's 95. And it was also PG-13.
Yes. I think that there was, because I watched it actually not that long ago, and I'd never seen it before. No,
it's so good. I think for when it came out, and what they had to work with, and the kind of goofy-looking Goro, which looked...
Yes.
It didn't look terrible, but it was tough to work around. It was difficult.
Ugh.
But other than that, they had Scorpion, Sub-Zero. They did some... There's a few misses,
Yes.
A lot of hits though. Like they had the sound again soundtrack. Or talking about soundtracks.
I remember the
movies.
soundtrack was good.
I loved and still love this soundtrack. It is.
Didn't you
awesome.
have it on a CD or something?
Oh yes.
Yeah, because I
yes.
remember it. Oh.
And
All of a sudden, my brain
was-
took me back to my childhood there.
it was like a mix of techno and metal.
Yes.
Then the sequel was mostly techno.
I'm going to have to watch it again.
It's so good.
Because I don't know, maybe I was drinking when I watched it, but I just remember it being like, this was...
But again, consider what they had things pretty close to the games.
Yeah, right.
That Kano had the eye thing over his eye. Goro had 4 arms.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero shot ice.
Yeah.
Scorpion had a spear. The spear was iffy because it came out as Paul was like some sort of supernatural creature.
Interesting.
And I'm like, well, no.
Aren't they chains?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think movie-wise, explain where it comes from. They just had
see.
it come out of his palm.
Right.
But they had, it was a very good, faithful adaptation of the games.
Yes.
Sequel,
I remember it being
sequel
close to
was
the game.
not so much.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did they do in the sequel?
They did a lot of things wrong.
What didn't they do?
Yeah. they killed off Johnny Cage at the beginning.
No.
They brought, basically, I will admit that their casting for Shao Kahn wasn't terrible.
Okay.
It was, we talked about before, he was one of the bikers killed by Terminator in the first one.
Yes.
He's a great actor. He was one of the bonus points of the movie.
Awesome.
I don't think it's not so much. They brought back Scorpion. They brought the brother of Sub-Zero. Mm-hmm. It got goofy. It got good. There weren't animalities, which is... Jax had metal arms, but not. Yeah, basically they had they weren't metal. They were just things you kind of put over his arms and ooh, I'm now enhanced. They had... That's
too bad.
They had Sector. They had characters from 2 and 3 in it, and yet Baraka still got kind of skipped over. He was a mess. The sequel was a mess, but the first one was very, very well done.
Okay, I'm gonna have to rewatch it because maybe I wasn't in the right state of mind or something. Because I just remember it not being good. I don't know why. But this new trailer.
Oh, they got so many things right.
My god!
It's rated R for a reason.
Uh-huh.
Because of the fatalities.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it starts off. You see Jax getting his arms
ripped
shattered.
Off. Yeah.
Shattered by Sub-Zero. I'm like,
yeah.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, because I saw it and I was like, wait a second, is that Jax?
Yeah. Also, it's now the new one's plot basically going to focus around a new character who's on the games.
Yes. I read through everything, every video they posted. I watched.
I didn't watch all of it. I watched some, and we're also going to get kind of more of the story on Scorpion Sub-Zero.
Yes.
How Scorpion was I think it was Hanzo was his original name. And him and Sub-Zero were 2 different clans, ninja clans.
Right.
And due to some shenanigans, Scorpion's family clan, everyone was killed. His wife, his daughter, his family, friends, everyone's clan were massacred by Sub-Zero's clan.
Right.
He was personally killed by Sub-Zero. Mm-hmm. And then he comes back as a vengeful spirit to exact revenge. Mm-hmm. That's the long and short of it.
Right.
So that's going to be heavily featured in the movie because that's one of the running themes of the games.
Yes.
Scorpion's a vengeful spirit. He wants to kill Sub-Zero.
Because normally Scorpion's dead, isn't he?
Yes.
Because he dies and then he gets brought back to life by Noob Cyborg or whatever, doesn't he?
No.
Or
no. He eventually goes, he kills Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
But Sub-Zero then becomes Noob Saibot.
That one.
Yes.
Noob Saibot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're close.
So,
they're close.
Yeah,
but
I was
you're in the same
there.
ballpark.
Yeah.
And then you got, Shang Tsung trying to win the tournament for Shao Kahn, the Emperor.
Right. Do you think Shao Kahn's going to be in this?
Oh, yeah, they're show. Well, I think so.
They show the statue.
They show a statue at the end.
Yes, really?
But usually the first one's just about Shao Kahn.
Right.
And that's it.
Okay.
That's tournament. The sequel, I'm sure they'll have one because this is looking great.
Yeah.
There'll be more about Shao Kahn and more lore other characters.
Because there's so many characters now.
It's a huge
There's so
character
many
roster.
characters.
Yeah.
And the story even that they have going in the games has gotten really good.
I like how they, instead of kind of keep progressing, they said, all right, let's do it again, but make it look better.
Yes, exactly.
And it worked. Like, I think it was number 9.
Yes, exactly.
They kind of did some time travel.
Is that the one where they run up the pyramid?
No, that's Armageddon.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's totally Armageddon. And
Jeez, there's so many, and I've played them all. Like, I bought a bunch of them at once and played them all through.
I went and bought them all again. It like the progression of the story got really, really good. And in depth. It went from a tournament to an alliance to betrayal to end of the world.
Yes.
And it really just, the storyline is flowed very well.
Yes.
And like I said, there's that permanent pyramid. Came to, I think, I forget, I don't know, Naga. Naga's the old emperor.
Yeah.
Lizard person. This big fire guy.
Yeah.
And they're fighting to kind of take over his power and rule. And it comes down to a fight between Shao Kahn and Raiden.
Yes.
And Raiden goes back in time to change some shit so it won't happen this way.
Yeah.
It kind of works out. Then the latest one, 11, was more time travel and all that. But
yeah, I actually didn't finish 11. I have to.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think I rage quit halfway through, which, like, it's supposed to be a hard game. But, like, I really struggled with 11 for some reason. And so I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to put a pin in this. And then I just haven't picked it back up.
Yeah. And then, like, with that one, they kind of really opened it up to different realities and all that. So that's great. They can change shit up now.
But, you know, I really like the kids that they have, too. Like, Cassie Cage is my, like, one of my favorite characters I've ever had. Yeah. In any video game. And, like, Jackie Briggs is amazing, too. I love her.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's so many good characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm jazzed. Yeah, I'm so excited for it. And like you said, the fatalities, like...
Oh, yeah, they got...
What?
Yeah, for so far, I think for characters, they got the classic, got Liu Kang, Sonya, Kung Lao's in it, Johnny Cage's in it, but he's not showing the trailer yet.
Oh, okay.
Jax,
I didn't know
Scorpion,
he was in
Sub-Zero,
it.
they have to.
They have to, right?
Reptile's in it, you see him briefly.
Yes.
Kano's in it. Shang Tsung. Who else did I say?
Goro.
Melina.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Melina. She's cool too. I really like her. They don't show...
You don't see Katana.
Yeah, I was going to say that you don't see Katana, but you see her fans.
I think you see Smoke. I think Smoke's in it.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure that's Smoke you see.
Oh.
But there's a lot of characters to go through. And
yes.
The fact
Who's the bug lady? I loved her.
I don't think they'll have her yet.
Yeah, but what's her name? I forget.
Ooh.
Right? She had some cool kills.
I forget.
But there's like, that's what I mean, is like, there's like so many.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. It like made my whole week last week.
It's not necessarily horror, but it's going to have the gore.
But we're going to review it as soon as it comes out.
Why not?
So I'm just saying, it's April, right? The end of April.
I think so.
Or no, it's April 16th, I think.
We'll talk about it.
We texted about this.
We'll talk about it.
We will... So, okay, the 16th, I don't know. Whenever that Thursday's near, it's just going to happen. I'm going to have to go through a schedule.
Okay.
I'm so excited. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. Well, should we get into... Oh, yeah, this week we watched Wolfcop. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Nice Saskatchewan movie. So.
Oh, yeah, totally. And, yeah, it's got this movie has a very... sim feel to Ginger Snaps.
Yes.
It's
like if Ginger Snaps and Evil Dead had a baby.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, nice hairy baby. Mm-hmm. A nice hairy alcoholic baby.
There's bloody pee, like the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. And it's got a more different transformation.
Yes. Oh, the first transformation got me.
Yeah. You were a little... Yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk about it.
And it's fun how, as you see the movie, I'm like, I know that place. I know that.
Yes.
I'm recognizing the locations of Moose Jaw and Regina.
Absolutely. Because they're close to home.
Yeah, and some of the actresses are from Regina.
Yeah, most of the cast is from Regina, which is nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the same place they filmed Just Friends.
Yeah.
And
right.
I think some of the movies from, what's his name? He did... Mall Rats.
Yeah, I was just going to say...
I'm just pulling a blank in his name.
Silent Bob, right?
Yeah.
What's his name? I was just talking about him. Oh my gosh.
Hold on, I'll
the
find it.
worst. He was just in Saskatoon a couple years ago too.
Well, the thing is, he loves moose jaw.
Yes, right.
Why he loves moose jaw, I'm not sure, but that's fine. He is
Kevin
plenty.
Smith.
Thank you.
I was like, it's sitting in my head.
Yeah.
I just talked about this with somebody.
Yeah.
Yes, he's fantastic.
He has got a big heart on for moose jaw, which is great. You know, we'd love to have him here.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Saskatoon, not so much for moose jaw, but
I'd love Moose Jaw.
but he's planning, like, you know, moose, like horror movies. He did Yoga Hosers.
Yeah.
He's planning to do, I think, Moose Jaws.
Oh.
Like he's got plans for here.
Awesome. Yeah, he needs to come back more.
Yeah, I think so.
We like those kind of people here.
And Tusk, he did Tusk.
Yes.
He has this kind of like a very, not say bad, but very low budget horror kick going
Which
on
are
here.
good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I love a good low budget horror. I think like when the big studios get it, it almost loses its charm a little bit. You know? Like even when I think of like, and I know that it's only been done by like big studios, but even like the new It's that came out, like they're really good, but they just lose a little bit of the charm when it's like, this is going to sound so stupid, but when it's so like high quality, the story almost gets lost a bit.
It does.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They got to throw on all these big, expensive effects.
Yes.
And then story. Like, no.
When at the end of the day, I just need some good gore, some good practical effects, and I'm happy.
Right.
Yeah. Well, let's get into Wolfcop.
Yeah.
But he wasn't he was
A what?
a big fucking wolf.
A wolf?
Yeah. Fucking yeah.
Now, are you sure that your eyes weren't playing tricks on you?
I saw what I saw with my own eye.
Well, let's see then, shall we?
All right, so this week we watched Wolfcop. I am Wolfcop.
Yay.
And it was a 2014 movie. It was directed by Lowen Dean and written by Lowell Dean. Lowell?
Yeah.
Lowell. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we said, a nice Saskatchewan movie. So that always makes it, I don't know, more special when it
was close to home. Yeah.
Yes.
Like even the soundtrack was composed by Saskatchewan instrumental band Shooting Guns and Toby Bond. So
and like the Sheepdogs were in it, and they're a Saskatoon band.
Yep.
And yeah, that's fun.
The band composed 76 minutes of original material for the score.
The music was so good in this.
Yeah.
Like, so good. This whole movie, I really enjoyed. I was saying on the way upstairs, this is, I think, my favorite movie that we've done in Werewolf month.
Yeah.
Definitely. And, like, Ginger Snaps was good. American Werewolf in London was good. American Werewolf in Paris was but this one, there was just something about it. Like, it was the perfect mix of, like, it was, like, reminded me of Freaky. Like, it was a perfect mix of horror and comedy.
Yeah.
Where, like, there were scenes where we were both laughing. There were scenes where I was cringing. Like, you know, there was, like, a bit of sex, a bit of nudity, a lot of gore, death, funny, liquor, donuts.
Liquor donuts.
Good old liquor donuts. The only two things you'll ever need.
Yep.
Yeah, it was fun. And that's what I like when I watch movies, is that you have fun.
I know, I think that's what's missing in some movies nowadays.
I agree.
Less fun, more, how do you explain this? Like, it's
everybody takes themselves so seriously.
It's a chore. Yes. Chore to watch.
Yes. And there's just so many of them.
Yeah.
You know, like, every once in a while you need a good drama. Like, I'm not saying that those are bad. But, like, it also needs, like, you need something, like, upbeat. Yep. And why can't it be horror and comedy?
Exactly.
Damn it.
That's right. Like Evil Dead.
Yes.
Again, the first one was more serious, but the second and third, and even the series, they revved up the comedy to 11.
But even the first one was good, and there were funny parts to it.
Oh, yeah. Like Tuckerdale versus Evil.
Yes.
It's a horror movie, but it's a funny horror movie.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm into this.
Yeah.
Definitely into this.
Should we get into the cast?
Well, where did you first hear about it?
That's right. I'm forgetful.
I'm the blonde one here, Nick. Come on.
Oh, I'm the bald one. I forget. Like when it, I think I heard about when it was before it came out.
Oh, okay.
I heard rumors of a movie called Wolfcop. Mm-hmm. I think Tim mentioned it to me.
Because it only came out in 2014, so she's not very old.
No. I remember hearing about a horror movie filmed in Saskatchewan. I'm like, oh, cool, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I finally watched it. I'm like, ooh, this is good. Mm-hmm. This is pretty good. It was funny. But other than that, I don't remember much about it. I kind of wish I was in the area.
Right?
When it was filming.
We're all, like, kind of in the area. Like, we're not very far away.
And it's funny because, like, again, like I said, like, we're watching and like, oh, I know that area. Yeah. Oh, there's CP station. There's trains. That's where I work for. Yay. Yeah. Like. Yeah. That's cool.
That's really neat. Yeah, and like I just think Moose Jaw is so. If there was another place in Saskatchewan I had to choose to live, it would be Moose Jaw in a heartbeat. I love Moose Jaw.
Don't drink the water.
What?
Don't drink the water.
Don't drink the water?
No.
Why, does it make people crazy?
Oh yes.
Oh.
It's a running gag. Every your Moose Jaw, never drink the water.
Oh really?
Yes.
I've never heard of that.
Well, what the hell?
I'll keep that in mind though. Yeah, it's so pretty, and it's so, I don't know, obviously we're biased because it's like Moose Jaw's like, what, an hour and a half away, 2 hours?
Roughly, yeah.
And same with Regina, I think, then Regina's 2.5. 2.5, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's an hour and a half to 2 is Moose Jaw from us.
Exactly. So it's like, yeah, it's really close to home, and it's just interesting that something so cool could come out of, our little province. And even, like, the houses and, like, the main street and stuff, like, it's so familiar.
Well, they filmed Just Friends.
Yes.
There in Regina.
Yeah.
And there's a few, I can't remember what they are now, a couple others. But yeah, it's so cool, like, just seeing something you recognize.
Exactly. Yeah, like I said before, it just makes it more charming. I don't know.
Yep.
It's like, oh, that's us little small town hits. That's us. But the acting in this was awesome.
Yep.
Like, I watched the trailer. That's how I heard about it, was you sent me the trailer, and you're like, hey, because we were going to watch The Howling. And then instead we moved to this movie. And you're like, hey, watch the trailer, let me know. And I watched it. I was like, yes, I need this in my life.
I just got stumbled across on Amazon. I'm like, ooh, what's this doing here? This is a werewolf movie. Let's watch this instead.
Yes.
It's Canadian. It's close to home. It's more, like, I have no problem promoting projects that are from here and anything like that. It gives us more of a shine. Yeah.
And I never have a problem with that. Or like indie movies and stuff. Like I love all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So that's really neat. And it won, like, I was reading the trivia, it won like a big award in 2015 or something for something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. But I'm really happy we did this. It's like it looks so like much higher budget than I assume it was.
And I it's been a while since I watched. I think it was like 2016 I watched it. So It's been 5 years.
Yeah.
I thought it was more low budget.
Really?
I remember it being a lot less than it was. I don't know why. I remember seeing a thing, and this is rough. It's funny. It's a good movie, but I thought it looked less than what they had.
Really?
I don't know why.
Because I thought it was really nice how they did it. Like, it just has that, like, sort of movie sheen to it.
Yep.
Where sometimes, like, indie movies can look a little shaky, but, like, the acting was awesome. Like, the acting was really well done. Especially the chemistry between Willie and Lou or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I would have watched that, like, goofy cop comedy anytime. It was really good.
It was, yeah.
Oh, they're so funny. And just like the comedy between the two of them was so awesome. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I really like this movie a lot.
Yeah, and again, the lore, they took the lore and they kind of switched it up again.
Yes.
With,
it was
instead
cool.
of, instead of being bitten, you become a werewolf by drinking the blood of
an innocent.
Of an innocent, yeah. And
then they carve a satanic symbol in your chest
And then
bing, bang, boom.
in the eclipse every 32 years, I think, you get sacrificed to changelings, shapeshifters.
Shapeshifters, woo!
Yeah. Which is it kind of took a little weird, goofy turn there, but you know what? It works.
Yeah, if you're going to do supernatural, then go all the way.
That's right.
May as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, should we get into the cast?
Now let's get into the cast. Okay, now we're for cast.
Now into the cast.
Okay, so So it stars Leo Fafard as Sergeant Lou Garou
Yeah.
/ Wolfcop.
And in French, I believe, loup-garou is actually the French name for werewolf. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, that's right.
Yay!
Amy Matizio as Sergeant Tina. She's from Regina. Jonathan Cherry as Willie Higgins, also from no, he's not from Regina. He's from
Quebec.
Quebec. Thank you.
Yeah, he was my favorite character in this movie. I freaking loved him. Yeah.
Sarah Lind as Jessica. She was from Regina.
Yes.
Aidan Devine as the chief. Mm-hmm. Not sure where he's from. Jesse Moss as gang leader. This guy, I think he and Corinne Conley had the most experience with movies.
Yes.
Because Jesse was in a bunch. Like he was.
Yes.
He was the voice of Enzo from
that is
Reboot.
So cool. I love that.
He was in Final Destination 2. He's had a good career, this guy.
Yeah, and that's good. Like, you always want people, to have a good career, obviously.
Yeah.
But
he's from BC. Yeah, he was also in Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Awesome.
Yeah, Final Destination 3, Whistler, The Uninvited. What else? He's had a very good career.
Yeah.
He was in Dark Angel.
No.
He was a voice in Mary Kate and Ashley in Action.
Hell yeah.
Twilight Zone, Our Limit, I believe. Mm-hmm. The Dead Zone.
Lots of horror.
Well, yeah.
And Mary Kate and Ashley.
Yeah. 13 Erie, which I guess is a Canadian movie show.
Oh.
Yeah. And like I said, Corinne Conley as Mayor Bradley.
Okay, yeah, she was good too.
Yes, and she was like the lone American in this movie.
Really? Oh, imagine that, being the only American.
Who spent the majority of her 70-year career in Canada.
Oh, and so she's an honorary
And
Canadian.
she has won the Canadian Council of Authors and Artists Best Actress Award. So you know what?
Yeah.
She's Canadian.
She's Canadian.
We've just adopted her.
Let's just call it, yeah.
And going through some of her movies quickly. Anything horror-ish. Mm-hmm. Legacy of Fear.
Oh, that sounds scary.
That's kind of about it.
Spooky scary.
Yeah, that's kind of about it. But that's the cast.
That's okay. Yay! Yeah, it was a smaller cast. Like, other than the extras, there was like a few extras, obviously, with like
they're all from
the
Regina.
Bars and
they're
absolutely.
all from Regina.
Yeah, which is awesome.
And I think these will be getting a sequel. Yes, this movie had a sequel.
Yeah, and it was filmed in Lumsden. I love
of
that.
All places, Lumsden.
Of all places, Lumsden.
I haven't seen the sequel yet, so I'll have to.
Yeah, I think that's what I might do when I get home tonight is watch the sequel.
Nice.
I'll keep everybody updated.
Yay.
When next episode, I'll tell you how it goes. I'm sure it'll be fine, right? It came out in 2018, so if it's anything like this first one, I'll be happy. Yay! Yes.
Definitely.
Well, should we get into the plot?
Okay.
Yay!
Plot time.
I'm so excited. I want to talk about this.
Okay. So Lou Garou, an alcoholic cop in the small community of Woodhaven, spends most of his day either asleep at work or at Jessica's bar. Drunk.
Yes.
He's a drinker. He's an alcoholic.
Yay!
When his friend, Willie Higgins, phones in a complaint of occult activity in the area of his gun store, the police chief sends Garou to investigate. After meeting with Higgins, Garou dismisses his concerns as the actions of heavy metal fans. Higgins again reports a disturbance, and the chief forces Garou to investigate.
Yes.
Garou or Garou?
Garou, I think.
Sure.
Whatever.
I
Lou.
remember. We'll call him Lou. Lou works.
Yeah.
When he arrives at the scene, Lou finds occultists in the middle of the ceremony to sacrifice an upstart politician who was running on a platform of reform and anti-corruption.
Yes.
Lou is knocked out and wakes up the next morning in his bed, not remembering how he got there, though he has a pentagram carved into his stomach and chest.
Yeah, and it like looks painful.
Yeah.
Like she's deep.
And he wasn't too upset about it. He's like, oh, what's this? Oh, he's trying to shave and he can't shave.
Yes.
It grows back too quick.
There's some like some flashbacks. Like he sort of kind of gets flashbacks as he's trying to go about his day.
Yeah.
But we never actually see the full scene of what happens. Like we only get pieces of flashbacks. Which is okay.
And when he finds that occult book,
yes,
you kind of see what was supposed to happen.
Exactly. Yeah.
But again, that shows, why show everything, leave it up to the audience's imagination.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's great. I like that.
Yeah.
Lou's senses become extremely sharp, and his wounds heal near instantly. As he investigates the case, he surprises Jessica and his co-workers, all of whom had written him off as lazy and incompetent. As he goes over his notes at Jessica's bar, she encourages him to drink more and invites him to join her privately. Also, there's Tina, who is the,
his co-worker.
Yeah, she's employee of the month or officer of the month for 2 years running.
Yeah.
She's the
smarty pants.
She's
the brains behind the operation.
She's the good cop.
Yeah.
He's the bad cop.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah. Oh, it comes to your favorite scene.
Yes.
Before he can, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. 2
criminals, part of a local gang, sneak into the bar and attack him in the bathroom.
Yes.
Lou, who is in the middle of the transformation into a werewolf, easily kills one and drives off the other. Now, this is quite the transformation.
This is a crazy... I almost like it more than American Werewolf in London. Parts of it.
He's in the bathroom, having a pee.
Yep.
After doing some barfs.
Yeah, he's barfing.
Well, he took 4 shots right back to back to back.
Back to back. I would be dead.
Yeah. And as he's peeing, pee turns red to blood.
Yes.
And then we see, I'm guessing a prosthetic penis.
Yep.
Start to kind of swell and then just flop off.
Yeah. And it's does it flop off though? Is that the words that you'd use? Is flop off?
Slough.
It's
molt,
molt. Yeah.
fall.
It's the skin's sort of just I don't know.
It's
bizarre.
Off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a very different transformation than we've seen before. Instead of the whole body changing.
Yep.
It's everything is happening underneath the skin.
Right.
And as it kind of happens, the skin molts.
Right.
Or just falls off.
Yeah, kind of like a snake, that sheds its skin. Sort of. It's weird.
It's a very good graphic, bloody transformation.
Yes, I agree.
And I like it. It's a great transformation, and no CGI.
No.
No CGI whatsoever in this movie.
It's the part that really grossed me out though is so as his skin is falling off, it turns into this imagine you make a bowl of Jell-O and you dump it on the ground. And then you smush it up into little pieces.
Yeah.
That's what his skin is like. And there he's slipping on it. And it's, no.
Yeah.
It's really, it's so graphic and they hardly even show anything. Yeah. It's crazy how they can do that. I really like that. I really appreciated that.
Yeah, it's a great transformation.
It is.
And he's a very upright. There's no canine really part to it. Doesn't have a extended snout.
Nope.
It's very Wolfmanish.
Yes, it is very Wolfman.
Which works. He's got claws, he's got teeth and all that.
Yeah, every one of these movies, there's been a different... except for American Werewolf in London versus American Werewolf in Paris. They were basically the same. But they're, every one of the movies we've watched has been a different sort of werewolf. And that's really cool.
It is.
Yeah.
Angry that they did not kidnap Lou, the gang leader stabs out the eye of the escaped gangster when he claims to have seen Lou transform into a monster. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Lou ends up in Higgins' house, handcuffed to the bed.
Ow, ow.
Higgins explains that he captured Lou and restrained him for his own safety. Higgins later researches his condition, and they learn that occult ceremonies in which a werewolf is sacrificed can strengthen the magic of reptilian shapeshifters.
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
And I had a couple pegged for shapeshifters right off the hop. And I wasn't wrong.
Nope.
But I hadn't put all the pieces together.
Yeah.
And I loved where they went with this, too. It was so interesting. Not what I expected at all.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted.
And that's my favorite thing. My two favorite things are, suspenseful and twists I don't see coming.
Yes.
So I loved it. Ugh.
Lou and his partner, Tina, investigate the deaths at the bar in a series of seemingly unrelated armed robberies by a gang who wear pig masks.
Yes.
Higgins convinces Lou that he must be restrained at night, and Lou submits to being locked in the town's jail.
Yes.
However, when the police station receives a call for help, Lou, who has since transformed into a werewolf but has retained his human intelligence, dons his policeman's uniform and heads to the local supermarket.
And that's a really interesting part, too, where now that he, when he changes, he remembers things, he can, like, use free thought, and can like, control his actions. Like, he can shoot a gun.
Yeah.
What?
Why not? He's a super Wolfcop.
Yeah, super Wolfcop.
Yeah.
yeah. Anarchy.
So he goes to the local supermarket where the Pig Mask gang have taken hostages.
Yes.
Lou savagely kills all the Pig Mask robbers and heads toward the meth lab. Higgins cowers in the cars as Lou again savagely kills several gang-wielding gangsters. Also, we missed the... before that, he goes and redoes his police car.
Yes.
Paints it black.
My God, yes.
Turns the lights on top parallel to the car itself, and has a big W, a flaming W on the hood.
Yes, he has like the flaming W, and then he puts like a little W, like piece. What is it called? The little
ornament.
Hood ornament. Yeah. Puts a little W hood ornament on the front, and like puts a W in the back window. Like, it's hilarious what he does.
The front doors are off.
Yeah.
Doors. Who needs doors?
Who needs doors?
That's right.
Just for safety. Stupid.
Yeah. When they return to the police station, Jessica seduces Lou while he is in his wolf form, only to reveal that she is a shapeshifter and also the town's elderly mayor.
Dun dun dun. So I had Jessica pegged as one of the bad guys, but I didn't see that she was also the mayor.
Yeah, that threw me off. And I forgot that was the mayor too. I'm like, oh, she's an old lady now.
Yep. So do you think that they choose two people who are so different because they can obviously never be in the same room together?
I'd say yes. That makes sense. You would never see the mayor in the bar,
Right. Yeah.
So.
Crazy. And yeah, you'll get to the next part of who the rest of them
Higgins
are.
Higgins also reveals himself to be a shapeshifter and theorizes that Lou's alcoholism has made him stronger than the previous victims.
Yes.
All of whom they're able to control.
Right.
So drinking is good in this movie.
Woohoo!
It's a little bit of a pro drinking movie.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Me too.
I think it gives me superpowers too, so I mean...
Oh, I'll use everyone superpowers. 100%. Lou is drugged and brought to a second ceremony, where he is to be sacrificed during an eclipse so that the town's ruling elite, all of whom are reptilian shapeshifters, can continue to hide their true identity and rule indefinitely. And, like, it sounds silly when you say it in the sentence, but it's, like, a very serious scene. Yep. Like, it is creepy. And it makes sense why they killed the guy for the sacrifice. Right, before. Exactly. Because he was running for mayor, he would ruin the status quo. Exactly, so. Yep. Teen arrives and confronts the police chief, who shapeshifts into the gang leader and Higgins. Dun, dun, dun. Tina and Lou kill Higgins, Jessica, and the gang members, but the chief surprises them with a sneak attack. Yep. Weakened by the approaching eclipse, Lou is wounded when shot by the chief, but he realizes that alcohol is a source of his enhanced power. As Lou consumes a flask of alcohol, Tina impales the police chief on a sword, which they're using to pierce and get the blood from Lou. Yes, exactly. He uses it to also stab her, but before he can finish her, Lou shoots and kills the police chief. Lou and Tina limp off together, and Lou promises to drop her off at a hospital after he gets another drink. Yes. Yeah, he's like, oh, I need a drink. She's like, I need a hospital. And he's like, okay. Two stops then. That's such a great closing scene. I love it. Right? And liquor, donuts, then hospital. And there is an after credits scene where this one guy who's got a little pupper, he's very mean to that pup. Yeah, that's a sweet little baby. Gives a little kick. And Lou gives him a look earlier on, and later on he chases him the fuck away. Yes, exactly. Ugh. Which is good. I wanted that puppy to be okay. Yeah. There's like a big disclaimer at the end. No animals were harmed in this movie. But like, yeah, it was a good movie. Oh yeah. You got a bit of everything. You got some horror, you got violence, you got comedy, you got some boobs. Yep. Even though it was a body double, there's still boobs. But still, Bobby, still take what we can get. Boobs. Boobs are boobs. Yeah, and it was like fast paced, and like there was a twist that like I didn't see. And it's not a long movie.
Yes.
It's under an hour and a half.
Yes, it is. I think it was 84 minutes is what it
Something
clocked
like
in
that,
at.
yeah. That's not long. That's really,
No.
it's a short movie.
That's a short
you
movie.
hardly see those anymore. You know what? This thing didn't feel fast.
No, it didn't.
It went by pretty good. It was paced perfectly.
Really well, yeah.
Again, cast made it awesome.
Yeah.
The music was incredible.
Yeah, the music was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like where like music is just such an important part of a movie.
It really is.
And it just makes the movie, it can make or break a movie, honestly.
Yeah.
And that's where like I think that like American Werewolf in Paris, it was just like kind of made serious scenes not so serious. Where in a horror movie, like you have to be extra careful about that because you know you want to set up suspense, you want to set up a chase scene, something like that.
You need that kind of complementary music to kind of enhance the scene.
You're exactly right.
Some though, like in Paris, was a little didn't help. You kind of like got a little confused. Like, okay, this is serious, but we got weird music.
It's like Blink 182 playing in the background. It's like, but why? Like, explain.
Yeah.
But like, and
90s.
I know that was the music of the era, but like, Buffy did it amazing. You know what I mean? They had those slow, sultry kind of 90s songs, right?
Yep.
And it was added to the scariness of it, I always think.
Yep.
Shaking my fist at the movie industry. But yeah, obviously I'm also not a movie creator, producer, music composer.
Yet. One day it'll happen.
Well, Ichabod should teach us.
Yeah, she's
the executive producer.
Yep.
She doesn't do anything anyways.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh, boy.
She's sleeping beside me right now, so I'm allowed to harass her a bit. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed, like, every part of it. We laughed the whole time. Like, it's funny.
You cringed during the first transformation?
Yes.
And also when they're doing the investigation of the bathroom, the Tina, she's like, what's this? And she finds Lou's, like, molted face.
Yes.
And
it's all one piece.
Yeah, and she's just joking around like, oh, look, whose face is this? Ha, ha, ha. And Lou's looking a little uncomfortable. I was like, it's not my face.
Yes. Yeah.
Who could that be?
Yeah. And she's like, it looks like you. And he's like, oh.
Not really.
Why don't you take the rest of the day off?
Yeah.
But you like hold it up in front of her face and shakes it like, burr, 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 I need a drink. I'm late for work.
And it's also, you find out that 32 years ago, her dad was the one chosen to be the werewolf.
Yeah. And
Lou's dad was the guy who kind of stumbled upon. Yeah, he stumbled across it.
Yes, right.
And they killed him, and so it's got a bit of a history.
Yep, right.
And continuity works very well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's interesting. I'm interested in where they'd go with the second one. I hope that they just do more Wolfcop. There's actually the song at the end is literally like, I don't know, a Wolfcop song, and it's so good. Yeah. I was singing it all the way up the stairs. It was really good. Oh my gosh. So what would you rate this movie?
4. 4-ish.
I'm exactly the same. Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah. This is one where like I'd want to show somebody. If they're like, oh, I'm looking for a good werewolf movie, I'd be like, Wolfcop!
It's not necessarily scary.
No.
But it for young people who are okay with boobs, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
For those who are probably get scared easy, they might find it a little uncomfortable. They might get a little
the gore
nervous.
is there's a lot of gore. There's a lot of decapitation.
Yes. The kills are really good in this movie.
Yes. Somebody gets there's like a spinal cord on a sink during the bathroom scene. Like there's decapitations. There's skin being ripped off repeatedly. There's stabbings and eyeballs and it's, get a bit of everything.
The one guy gets his eyeball, the gang leader, takes a knife, stabs it into the guy's eye and pulls out his eyeball and whips it against the wall.
The dartboard,
And then he gets his other eye shot out by Tina.
Yes.
It's a very good graphic movie.
Yeah. Really, the practical effects are fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. Then one of the heads, in the meth lab, bounces around onto the table and, starts on fire. And it's just, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Since we're talking about all these deaths and all that, what would be Ichabod's kill of the flick?
Oh, well, there's one part when they first get to the meth lab where one of the guys runs up to Wolfcop and Wolfcop rips the skin off his face.
Yep.
And so he's running around with just a skeleton, like, on his face. It's so ridiculous. And he, like, runs up to Willie, and he's like,
yeah. And when Willie's, he's got the wipers going, like,
yes.
this is making things worse. It's not helping.
We were killing ourselves.
Like, that alone, we're talking about Mortal Kombat to begin with.
Yes.
This is a straight-up Mortal Kombat fatality. Just ripping
yes.
the face off, and he's running around like he dies in the fire, but it's such
yes.
And the effect looks awesome.
Awesome.
It's
really,
great,
really good. Makes
great.
no sense that, like, the eyeballs wouldn't still be in there or anything. Doesn't make a lick of sense. Still hilarious.
Whatever. I don't care.
Hilarious.
It's great. I love it.
Yes. Yeah, it was good. I really
good,
liked it.
graphic, gory death.
There were lots of good deaths.
There
though,
were.
like we were
There was
just
other,
saying.
there were decapitations. There were slashes. One guy got his face slashed and then decapitated.
And when the shapeshifters died, they actually reverted to their original form of reptile-looking things.
Yeah.
And they looked really cool.
That was a great look.
Yeah.
Cool. The only kind of really computery effect is them changing from normal to
yes
reptilian
exactly.
shapeshifter.
Yep.
It's really cool. It's
yes.
a great effect.
Yes, I agree 100%.
And it's a great, you wouldn't expect shapeshifters and werewolves in the same movie.
Yes.
But they did it, and it worked.
Why
it
not?
made sense.
Yeah, if you're going supernatural, go all the way supernatural.
That's right.
May as well. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Screw those people. Screw the movie industry. You can just do whatever you want.
I agree.
Yeah, so that was Wolfcop.
I
And I'll
liked
update us next time. I'll watch the other one tonight, and I'll update everybody next time on how that one went. It can be our talking shop. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
And next week, we are off of werewolves.
Nope. No more wolves.
No more wolves. Sorry. We've had a fill. It's like how I felt after Zombie Month. I'm like, I've had enough zombies for a while. Now we're going in like a completely different direction. We have a bunch of movies that we bought at like thrift stores and stuff that we're going to start going through, and they're all over. So some of them might be great, some of them might be horrible. We're going to find out.
That's right. We're going to start off with, though, hatchets.
I was going to say, aren't we starting with Hatchet? Yeah.
Starting with hatchets.
And I've heard this one is awesome. Like,
yeah, I have
really
too.
awesome.
A lot of people like this one because it's a good horror movie. It's a good slasher. The character's great.
Yes.
The villain. It's got a Texas Chainsaw Massacre feel to it.
Yes, which is what I've heard.
Yes. Yeah. But it that alone just makes it that much more interesting.
And I love Texas Chainsaw. I actually like the second one, I think, more than the first, which I think we talked about before. When we did... Didn't we do the new Texas Chainsaw?
We did, yeah. We did the remakes. Okay. We didn't do the original.
Anymore. Right. But I like the second one. But that's like... Yeah, I've heard it's very akin to Texas Chainsaw, and that's cool. I like those kind of movies.
Yeah.
Just sometimes, you know who the bad guy is, and you just watch him kill the whole time. Yeah. And those are good movies, I guess. But
definitely.
Do you know much? You haven't seen it?
I don't know if I have or not. I'm getting that mixed up with the one they're in the woods. I forget what it's called. There's one similar.
Okay.
I forget what it's called. There's a remake recently was released.
Oh.
And I can't remember what it's called. But I think I have, but it's been a while. I'll have to watch it to see if I've seen it before.
Totally. Well, I've never seen it, but now I own it. So I'm very excited to watch it and share it with all of you.
Yeah.
Yay.
Our lovely victims.
Our lovely victims. But thank you so much for joining us. This episode was brought to you by our executive producer, Ichabod. We hope you enjoyed your Horr-Gasm as much as we did. Please don't forget to rate, download, and subscribe. Also, like and follow us on Facebook at Horr-Gasm Podcast, Instagram at Horr-Gasm, Twitter at Gasm Horror, and YouTube at the Horr-Gasm Podcast. If you have a movie you'd like us to review, this is the best way to let us know. We hope to see you again next week because we have such sights to show you. Plenty of Horr-Gasms for you to experience. Bye!
See ya!